Hey Canucks fans, let's talk about the week that lies ahead. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. And this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Sunday, January the 24th. This is where you get Canucks insight that's positive and timely. Trying to stay positive even though the Canucks are 2-5 on the season, even though they lost 2 of 3 to the Montreal Canadiens. But as I always say, the sun did come up this morning. Well, not really. It's actually kind of raining and snowing here in Richmond. But the Canucks are back at work. They're at practice, and they're trying to rectify a lot of the problems that are being rearing their ugly heads over the past few games. So let's talk a bit about where they are in the standings. Let's talk about practice today and some thoughts as they look ahead to this week against the Ottawa Senators. So in the standings themselves, already the North Division is separating themselves into two kind of tiers. The top tier, the teams that are playing really well, at least to start the season, are Montreal, no thanks to 3 games against Canucks, Winnipeg, Toronto, and Calgary. It's weird. Everyone's played 5, 6, or 7 games. Calgary's only played 3 games so far, but Calgary is 2-0-1 in those 3 games. So you could say that Montreal, Toronto, Winnipeg, and Calgary. Montreal, Winnipeg, Toronto, and Calgary are the 4 teams that are doing well. Then the bottom 3 teams, the second tier is Edmonton, they're 2-4, Canucks are at 2-5, and Ottawa's at 1-3-1. So this series coming up against Ottawa is basically a battle to stay out of the North Division cellar, the bottom. And I'll talk about that a bit more in a second. So we're looking at this season as a series of series, basically, a bunch of series. So we started off with a 2-game series against Edmonton. We went 1-1. Then against Calgary, we went 0-2 to fall down to 1-3. Then for Montreal, we took only 1 out of 3, and that makes it 2 out of 7 now. So we're 2-5. So not good. But we have a series against Ottawa coming up. And okay, now I'm going to do this vlog a bit out of order. I might as well talk about Ottawa now. And they are the only team that's below us in the standings in the North Division. And we have 3 games against them. And you guys remember I was saying before this homestand started, I said we got to take 2 out of 3 from Montreal and 2 out of 3 from Ottawa. And then we walk out of the homestand after 10 games at 5-5. And likely right in the mix for the final playoff spot. Well, we didn't do our part against Montreal. We went 1-2 instead of 2-1. So that means to get to 500 by the end of this homestand, we got to take all 3 games from Ottawa. Now, Winnipeg just did that. They took all 3 from Ottawa. I'm not suggesting that Vancouver is going to do that. It's a lot easier said than done. And you could argue they're basically the same kind of team that Vancouver is right now. So will the Canucks be able to pull out 3 of them? We'll see. I'll be going to that 3rd game, Marie singing the anthems, which I've talked about before. And I am blessed to be her guest. So I can't wait to be in the arena itself on Thursday night. So look forward to that. Will that be a rubber match? That means the Ottawa would have taken 1 of the first 2. Would that be Ottawa hoping to avoid a sweep? That would be awesome. And I sure hope it's not the Vancouver Canucks hoping to avoid a sweep. But we'll get to that when we get to that. First things first, they start off the series against Ottawa tomorrow. Now, on my post-game live stream last night, a lot of people were obviously concerned about I'm not going to get into the fire bending. I'm not there yet. Talk to me at the end of this Ottawa series, but I'm not there yet right now. But certainly we talked about a lot of the issues plaguing this team. Yes, Pettersson got a goal, but it still had a very uneven game. JT Miller is being actually bad in the faceoff circle. His strength in last year, he's only 43% this year. And that Lotto line once again was outshot at even strength yesterday. And a lot of defensive breakdowns. And remember, I made this point last night. Defensive breakdowns is not just the 6 guys playing D. It's the forwards either turning the puck over or not back checking. It's the defense getting caught in bad positions for sure and turning the puck over themselves. And then it's the goaltending. I had to take a breath there. And it's the goaltending as well. Like I said, I haven't blamed the goaltending for any losses, but they haven't come out and stolen any wins just yet either. So hopefully that changes in a little bit. So I admit we're missing Markstrom, where he masked a lot of our problems last year. And we're giving up the most goals per game in the entire league. And that is an objective stat. You can't argue that. That is the truth. And that's something they're going to have to rectify for sure. So they started to do that today. They had a practice, and from all accounts, Travis Green spent a lot of time at the whiteboard at the very start of practice, probably going over systems, probably going over assignments, and whatever it may be. And this is how the Canucks lined up at practice today. So lined up basically how they played last night, how they ended last night's game. So that means Gaudette was an extra. He was a healthy scratch yesterday. I had no problem with that. In a compressed season, you're going to get guys that, especially at the bottom of the lineup, that are coming in and out. So, and Justin Bailey was actually the extra forward as well. So you had Gaudette and Bailey as the extra forward. So you had your Lotto line of Pettersson, Besser, and Miller. Then you had Horvat, Hoglander, and Pearson, who I thought had a pretty good game yesterday, the three of them together. Then you had Sutter between Virtanen and McEwen. In theory, you got some guys with speed and some size on the wings. Not sure if that's going to be that effective line. And then, of course, you had Beagle and Mott playing together once again, and then Roussel on their wing. Then on defense, you had the same six as last night. You had Edler with Schmidt, Hughes with Ben, and Juolevi with Myers. That means 5 of those 6 guys started on the blue line. That means Travis Hamonic still on the injured list, and that means Jalen Chatfield wasn't in practice because your extras on D, the extra pairing, were Brogan Rafferty and Guillaume Brisebois. So again, your extras up front, Gaudette, Bailey, your Brisebois and Rafferty. And interesting, it looked like Holtby was the one getting most of the quote starters work, being in the home net. So perhaps the rotation ends tomorrow, and instead of going, the first 6 games made sense to rotate the goalies, but maybe starting tomorrow night, it's Holtby again, and maybe Holtby plays 2 out of 3. They go Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So maybe it's Holtby and then Demko and then Holtby. So I definitely see Demko and Holtby splitting the second and third games for sure. But maybe Holtby starts tomorrow night. We'll see about that tomorrow, obviously. Jay Beagle took a puck to the face. So then he left practice early, and then it was, I think, I'm just looking at it right now. After Beagle left practice, then they slid, who was it? Let me just check this real quick. I just had it up. Oh, they put Bailey on that line as opposed to Gaudette, which is strange, but maybe it was only for a few minutes. Okay. Bottom line, when you look at the lineup, I was thinking about this a lot. When you look at the lineup, and when you look at, I don't mind a guy coming in here and there. I think that's what you're going to have to do in a short season. What concerns me, what concerns most of you, is simply the amount of defensive breakdowns. And it's not just the defense. Yes, it is the defense when it comes to a bad pinch or a lack of judgment on an offensive play, and that's how you have a 2-on-1 going the other way. You can also have a 2-on-1 going the other way when one of your forwards gives out the puck in an unexpected place, and we saw that a couple times yesterday. Pettersson blowing a tire, Miller trying to go across ice. So the Canucks, I don't know if they're trying too hard. And I was thinking about this earlier this morning. I try and stay away from the comments like they're lacking confidence or they're overthinking, or they're trying to make the too pretty of a play, because those things to me are very subjective. We don't know simply what they're thinking, but what we can see, what we can observe, are the objective things, the obvious things. When there are breakdowns, when there are stats that support that we are giving up the most goals in the entire league, when JT Miller's not doing well in the faceoff circle, when Tyler Myers is a -4, those are objective stats that we can look at. So I try and do that, and I'm going to try and do that going forward. I can't really get, like I said, I shouldn't try and get in the heads of the players and the coaches, because I don't know. That would be all speculation. But you can look at stats, and you can look at what you observe with your own eyes. And there was a lot to be afraid of, not a lot not to like last night. Now, Travis Green, on the other hand, he's been saying that he liked 50 minutes of the Canucks play last night. And that's despite being down 1-0 after 1. And being down 2-0 after 2, he thought the Canucks were playing the Canadiens tight. And the first 6 or 7 minutes of the third period, it felt good. It actually felt like that was almost going to be a TSN turning point of the entire season. Pettersson's first goal, the nice tip from Ben's shot, and then that really great shift by our second line of Horvat, Hoglander, and Pearson, ending with an extended shift in the Montreal zone and with Hoglander's goal. But then they gave it away due to 2 poor plays after, like in the next few minutes after that. So Travis Green, I don't blame him for being positive, being optimistic, but he's honest enough where he said that he was concerned earlier in the week, and now we saw more reason for concern after last night. So some things to think about today. I'm trying to be positive, optimistic, looking ahead to this game against Ottawa. looking ahead to the series against Ottawa, and a chance for us to move either to 500 directly, 5-5 with a sweep, or to move to 2 games within 500, end up being 4-6. But at least we're 3 games out and making up 1 game of ground. But I didn't expect to be talking about battling Ottawa to stay out of the North Division basement, to be honest with you. Okay, Canucks fans, a lot to talk about. Tell me your impressions of last night's game. Tell me what they have to do in the lineup. Tell me how you're feeling right now. And just overall your sentiments as a Canucks fan on this Sunday. Leave a comment below. I'd love to read, react, and reply. As always, subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you like to. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Enjoy the day, and I will check in with you tomorrow. Another game day, another game night. Vancouver starts up a new series against Ottawa starting tomorrow night. Have a great day. God bless, and go Canucks go.